The most avoidant people in the world are often the last to know it, not because they're in denial, not because they're lying to themselves, but because avoidant attachment is built around one skill above all others: convincing yourself that you don't actually need what you deeply, desperately need. And here's what makes this so hard to see. If you have avoidant attachment, every sign we're about to talk about is going to feel like a personality trait, a preference, a reasonable standard. That is exactly what makes it invisible. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 signs of avoidant attachment that most people never recognize in themselves. We'll look at why the nervous system hides these patterns so effectively, why the most revealing signs are internal rather than behavioral, and what a piece of physiological research from the 1990s reveals about why avoidant people often look completely fine on paper, while something very different is happening underneath. Before we go further, if this is your first time on the channel, we share relationship psychology research every week that most people never encounter. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you want to understand your own attachment pattern specifically, we've built a free attachment style quiz over at magneticchemistry.com. The link is in the description. Takes about 3 minutes and gives you a personalized breakdown. Now, back to the signs. Let's start with something that's very easy to recognize in other people. You've probably met someone who cycles through relationships that are almost right, almost great, just not quite there. And from the outside, it can look like high standards, discernment, knowing what they want. But here's what this pattern usually sounds like from the inside. We were good, there was just no spark. Or, I'm attracted to them, but something's missing. Or, the version we hear most often, I just haven't found the right person yet. What we know from the research is that this narrative, I haven't found the right person, is one of the most consistent misreadings avoidant people make of their own experience. Not because the right person doesn't exist, but because avoidant attachment creates a specific physiological discomfort with closeness that gets interpreted as incompatibility. The closer someone gets, the more their flaws become visible, the more ordinary the relationship starts to feel. And the avoidant nervous system reads that as, something is wrong with this person, when in reality, something is happening inside itself. That's sign 1. You consistently read intimacy discomfort as incompatibility. Meet Layla. She's 34, works in finance, and prides herself on being low maintenance and self-sufficient. She's been in 4 relationships in the past decade, each one with someone genuinely good. Each one that ended because something felt off. She couldn't always name it. She just knew something wasn't clicking. What Layla doesn't know is that the off feeling started, every time, around the 3-month mark, when the relationship moved from exciting to real. Which brings us to sign 2. You feel a genuine pull towards someone, and then go emotionally flat without knowing why. This is what researchers call deactivating strategies, one of the clearest markers of avoidant attachment. The system doesn't just pull back consciously, it dims the subjective experience of connection itself. It's not that the avoidant person decides to stop feeling. Their nervous system makes the feelings less accessible. In Layla's case, she wasn't choosing to feel less. Her emotional system was protecting her from the vulnerability of needing someone by quietly turning down the volume on how much she felt for them. And here's where it gets particularly interesting, because sign 3 takes the pattern one step further. We're about halfway through the foundation here. Stick with us, because the sign coming up next is where most people have their first real moment of recognition. Sign 3. You feel genuine discomfort around people you perceive as emotionally needy. Research consistently shows that avoidant adults have low tolerance for others' emotional expression, particularly displays of vulnerability, dependency, or what gets labeled as neediness. They often describe clingy behavior with something that goes beyond irritation, and the psychological explanation for this is both elegant and uncomfortable. We tend to have contempt for the parts of ourselves we've most thoroughly suppressed. If you were trained early in life that expressing emotional needs led to rejection or dismissal, you didn't stop having those needs. You learned to be deeply ashamed of them. And when you see those same needs in someone else, the shame gets redirected outward as contempt. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, they're so needy about a partner, and felt something that wasn't just mild irritation, but something closer to disgust, that reaction is worth sitting with. Quick question before we keep going. When you're in a relationship, which pattern sounds more like you? Are you more often the one who pulls back or the one who chases? Drop A for pull back or B for chase in the comments. We read every single one. And if you want to go deeper on this specific pattern, we've written about it in detail on the blog at magneticchemistry.com. Links in the description. Now, sign 4. You're consistently more comfortable in the early stages of relationships than in deep ones. This is one of the most well-documented features of avoidant attachment. The early stage, where connection is possible but not yet required, is genuinely enjoyable. There's attraction, there's excitement. The avoidant person can be warm, engaged, even romantic. But as the relationship deepens, as a partner begins to need consistency, emotional availability, real vulnerability, the avoidant nervous system interprets this as pressure, as a threat to autonomy. And the warmth that was so present in month 1 starts to disappear by month 4. Now, sign 5. And this is the one that changes the way we understand the other 4. In the early 1990s, researchers Mark Dozier and Roger Kobach ran a study on adults across the attachment spectrum. They asked participants to describe their relationships with their parents, standard protocol, and measured physiological responses as they spoke: skin conductance, heart rate, stress markers in the body. What they found was striking. Adults with secure or anxious attachment showed emotional responses that aligned with their words. Their bodies and their verbal reports told the same story. But adults with avoidant attachment showed something different. Their verbal reports were calm, measured, composed, insisting everything was fine. Their nervous systems were activated, flooded with signals their conscious minds had no access to. The protection system was so complete, so deeply trained, that it disconnected the emotional experience from awareness entirely, which means that feeling nothing in a relationship moment that should feel like something might be the most important signal of all. So here's the reframe. If you recognized yourself in any of these 5 signs, reading incompatibility where there might be intimacy discomfort, going emotionally flat without explanation, feeling contempt for others' needs, fading after the early stage, feeling calm while your body says otherwise. The thing we want you to take from this is not, "I'm broken." We've built a free attachment style quiz over at magneticchemistry.com that gives you a personalized breakdown of your specific attachment pattern. Not just which style you have, but how it actually shows up for you. It takes about 3 minutes, completely free. The link is in the description. Take it after this video. You might be surprised by what it shows you. In the next video in this series, we're going to look at what happens inside the avoidant nervous system when closeness becomes impossible to avoid, and why the people avoidants love most are often the ones who pay the highest price. We'll see you there.